Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ahad Raza, and today I'm going to cover a few controllable factors. Now, this theme of controllables is coming from Ali Farag's awesome interview called Scripted. So if you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. But one of the key things that Farag talks about is controllable factors. And one of the most important controllable factors and one of the simplest controllable factors is your warm-up. So today I'm going to cover a few exercises that I think are, well, they're some of my favorite exercises, and I hope they help you. So the first one, and you can do this with racket in hand or not, the first one involves just simply moving. So I might just jog back and forth. I like to keep my racket in my hand just in a nice ready position because it just trains you. Now you want to be going forward and backwards, but then I would also encourage you going sideways. So the lateral movements obviously in squash are key, as we know. One of my favorite exercises to do is actually a sprinting warm-up drill. So there are a handful of drills called A skips, B skips, and C skips. And the first one that I love to do is this. So the idea here is to drive your knee up with pace and put it into the ground with pace. Now obviously you want to be relatively warm before you do that. I want to do the same thing going sideways, and then the same thing going backwards. So if I'm here, this is just again training explosiveness and power with lateral movements, and then you want to do the same thing going backwards. My second favorite exercise is this bear crawl position, and then what I like to do is I like to try to fire my glutes up. So there are many different ways in which you can do this. You can just stick your leg out as though it's going into a wall behind you, and you can do 5 to 8 reps per side. This is firing up your core, shoulders, and glutes, as well as obviously lower back, and actually the quad as well, the one that you are leaning on at the bottom. Once you've done that, I would get into some hopping exercises. So you can do them with a line or without a line, and you're essentially going to do some lateral hops, some forward and backward hops, some diagonals, other diagonals. And then what I like to transition into is almost like a lunge flow. So I like to hop in and out. So this is just getting my body ready to make that in-out lunge movement. And then from there, I like to get into ghosting. So you can just ghost medium pace. You might go open stance, and then you might mix it up with some close stance movements. And remember, you want to mix up your shots. So I might play a lob, I might play a counter drop, and you're going to practice this all around the court, not just one spot. So now again, this is managing the theme of controllables. So anytime you are about to play, this is the one thing that is always within your control, as long as you show up early enough before your match time. Do it. It helps you not only physically, but also mentally. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out Farag's documentary Scripted if you haven't, and enjoy. Take care.